Thank you guys so much for listening
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
and follow us on Spotify. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Cosette.
And this is the 14 Steps Away podcast. Welcome back, you guys.
This week, we're going to be doing our November favorites from every category. So let's jump into that.
I definitely have some favorites. They might be not nearly as interesting as last month's favorites or as exciting, but I do have some favorites.
I feel like mine are maybe, I just think they're different. I feel like last month's maybe were more specific.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah,
they
mine are
were
more
like
broad.
this item.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of probably this item.
I
But
agree.
this month, I guess they're just specific in very different ways.
For sure. I like specific to us, but still broad categories, like in my opinion. Mine are at least.
Yeah.
My first one is knitting.
Yeah, I knew it.
And that's because I've been knitting a sweater for the past week.
Oh my gosh,
And
it's Tuesday. And,
I was gonna
or
say,
it's Monday. And we
whenever I
don't
was-
have our yellow sweaters.
when I was listening and it said maybe next week we'll wear our yellow sweaters, I was like, no, we won't.
My yellow sweater is
No, we won't.
awful. Oh, I didn't show you. It's
have
bad.
I see it, but I don't think it's bad from
It's
here.
holy.
It's holy. Sure. Anyway, I only have one sleeve left to do on my yellow sweater,
Can't
which
wait.
shouldn't be a lot, but obviously it took me like a week to finish the other sleeve because I was putting it off. So if I really commit to it, I think I could finish it, but now I'm in the middle of another project, so we'll see. And I have a lot to I just want to do my next sweater now. But knitting
Same.
was one of my biggest favorites of this past month.
For sure.
Just because it was learning, so a lot of learning, big learning curve. But now I'm really, really excited to continue knitting and like,
perfect it
yeah.
and
Yeah.
learn all the notes of how to do things different.
mm-hmm.
It's so fun. Even though it's like so wasteful, like I don't even know if I'm gonna finish this one. I really hate it. Like I don't think I'm gonna add a cuff or like on the bottom
Really?
or like it's really bad. And I think that the things I would have to do to fix it are too much work. And I like the yarn, but other than that, I don't think it's worth it. But it does make me even more excited for the next one because now I know how to get it right. So while it is a time waste in a lot of ways, you do learn so much.
Would you gift it or will it be like it just use the yarn from it, like take it apart?
I'm going to try to dry it and shrink it again.
Mm.
The blocking, I think, was somehow made it worse.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to be more of a, not meshy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty meshy now.
Mm.
And if I could get it back to how it was before, it would probably be worth giving. But the person in mind to give it to definitely couldn't wear it now. Like the sleeves are so long.
No.
And
you were like,
I already took them out. I already took out 5 rows and a cuff.
no.
And they're still like at my fingertips. So like they literally would have been like a foot
Maybe it's the
extra.
type of yarn. Maybe it should have been like how did you block it?
I just did seam blocking.
Huh. That is crazy.
Yeah, so scary.
I can't wait to see it.
But we are learning from our current sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Learned a
learning
lot.
as intensely because mine is still my same crochet and not knitting. But we will have wonderful sweaters one day.
One day.
And we'll be so proud of them
One day when we finish sweaters that we both love, that we handmade ourselves, we will wear them on the podcast together.
we will show you, yeah. But that day is
Not
not
today.
today. So,
Unfortunately. But yeah, not today.
no. Any more knitting notes?
Not necessarily. Knitting's just been a fave, and I'm excited to see what's to come in that journey.
My first one is crochet. I have also been crocheting all the time, constantly. There's, I don't know, like 5 open projects at a time, at any given time all month. And I've been loving it. It's productive in even bigger ways than usual. Like already you're making something, but now I'm making things for people for Christmas. So then it's like really productive. And the people that I am making them for, I know that they will wear them and appreciate them. So very excited. And yeah, just been going very crazy with the crocheting and I want to buy more yarn, but I've been very good. I've not bought more yarn. I'm like using a lot of what I have and anything I have bought, I have like immediately used. So that's good. It's not like piling up, but yeah, just crochet in the car, crochet on the couch, crochet on her couch, crochet anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Really anywhere. I have so many things I want to start. I really want to start my balaclava.
Mm-hmm.
And I also really want to make that off the shoulder sweater. Those 2 are my next top hits. Unfortunate that both of those would be for myself. Ugh.
You should do the balaclava next because since you feel so upset about the sweater, the balaclava is
Rewarding.
one, quick, easy, rewarding. It
Yeah.
looks great. Like, I'm almost done with it, and I'm like, it's just so cute. It's
Yeah.
just so
No, it
good.
was really
It
coming
comes
together.
together really
Yeah.
quick, yeah.
I do think that one would be good.
And then you can go to the sweater next
Mhm.
because then it's like, then you're ready to tackle a big project again.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
my thought, at least. Small
No,
project,
I
go back
think
to
so.
big.
I just need to, because I have like 2 or 3 more people to make gifts for, and
Mhm.
realistically, I should push my own personal ones to get theirs, but I might push theirs to be sewing projects,
Yeah.
and then I can kind of separate those two, and that could help me make my projects.
Yeah.
But, yeah, can't stop in my crafty era. I will say I can predict that next month will probably include scrapbooking on my list
Woohoo!
because I finally ordered new pictures, and I'm thinking, unfortunately, I will have to pause my other millions of hobbies to scrapbook, but I'm really excited because I literally haven't scrapbooked anything since last Halloween. So it will take me a long time, and I think that will probably take over my December, but we'll report back for sure.
Yeah. I put crochet on my faves list as well because they're different.
Obviously, yes.
And
Yarning.
Yeah,
I like to say
yarning.
yarning.
Yarn time?
Yarn time because we're doing 2 different yarn things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can we yarn?
Yeah.
We're not gonna crochet. We're gonna yarn.
Right.
Yeah.
And crocheting, it's just after knitting, crocheting just makes me feel so happy because it's just so much easier. One, because it is actually easier, like, and two, because I'm not learning it. So it's like
Mhm.
there's a natural rhythm. I'm like quick.
It's so comfortable.
Yes, it's comfortable. I'm fast. I don't have to like worry about how I'm holding things and whatever.
Or
And
counting.
oh my gosh, it's just
Yeah.
you don't lose stitches. It's just so good
Yeah.
and nice.
So safe.
It's like comforting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust it.
Yeah.
So I've just been back crocheting and stuff. And Cosette actually helped me organize my yarn.
So
And
fun.
we just went through it and I assigned some yarns to some projects. So now there's hope on the horizon for me and my yarn collection. I'm hoping to get some yarn out of my hair, like out of my
Yes.
yarn bag
Collection,
so that I
yeah.
can actually put it towards something. But now as I've like gotten so into knitting and crocheting again, I'm like making a list of all the things I want to make, and I'm like, unfortunately, I don't have the correct yarn for these projects or enough of the
Yes, it is
yarn.
hard, the remnants of what you end up with, because like even some of my remnants are too big for the project I'm doing right
Yeah.
now. And I'm still using them, but I'm not using them up.
Mhm.
And so if you have like we each have like one of these
Mhm.
random things. Like I have one of like 4 different grays.
Yeah.
I get
Awesome.
what to do. Yeah. Or like I have quite a few yellows, quite a few pinks, but they're not like enough of one thing to go towards it.
Yeah.
It's just like the last skein that was used for the whatever project. So you can't help but them pile up
And
at some point.
they're different thicknesses, different textures,
So hard
different
to pair
whatever. So
'em.
it's not like it's not like you can really like work them with other things. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But I did get inspiration from I guess from the balaclava that I'm making right now because I was thinking, I could probably follow a similar structure to the sweater that I just knit, but do it crochet. Like I could probably knit or I could probably crochet the same type of sweater that I just knit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I could do it pretty well.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm following like a similar structure for like the yoke of it, but like the neck, the yoke, the panels, whatever, like I think I could do it.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling a bit optimistic, but I won't try that for a very long time because I have plenty of other things on my to-do list.
Horizon. My next is one that I just can't stop talking about, unfortunately, and that is my bob. The specific length that my bob was the whole month of November
Mhm.
was a November fave because we cut it for it was for Halloween. I don't remember I was trying to remember which one it was. I think it was actually the day of Halloween. I think it was
the day
it was
of
the tiger one.
Sadie's.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was a couple days before Halloween. I don't know. For Halloween, a costume, I was getting ready and I was like, it is just too long. You just have to have short hair for
Yeah.
that length to make a difference. Like a normal person would not think that it was a big difference, but it was like,
Yeah,
it was
no, I
growing
agree.
very quickly. Of course, it was nice, short, and healthy. So it was like at my shoulders at that point, and I cut it, or I had Justin cut it. I wanted it way shorter to like, I don't know that I would say my jaw. It was probably a little bit longer than that, but the length it was the month of November, obsessed. And specifically, a small note on that would be like my bob, but natural. Because since I cut it, I haven't been doing anything heat wise to it. Because before, I definitely didn't need to, but I hadn't, I guess, really tried to style it naturally. So I was still throwing in curls. And then whenever it was shorter, I was like, I don't know how the barrel's only going to carry so much of my little hair. And so I wore it natural and I was like, wait, why is this doing basically the same curls? Which, not to brag, but basically doing the same curls as my curling iron was, but like just my natural hair, like my wavy hair. And so specifically my short bob, but wearing it natural, I've been obsessed. Just like the little waves, the length, it's perfect. Honestly, in a couple weeks, I'll probably need to cut again. I'm loving it. Like, I just feel very not grow it out for quite a long time. I am really appreciating my short hair moment, and I really just can't shut up about it. It just makes everything more fun, except athletic. Nothing athletic is fun because it's so short. I can't like keep it all up at one time, but I also wouldn't be able to keep it all up if it was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So why not have it fun and perfect? Like everything else, it looks so cool with. It's just if you are going to do anything athletic, there's no really getting it in a hair tie. But other than that, it's just exquisite. I feel so cool, girl.
I think it's interesting, people with like short hair and people who've exclusively had long hair or just like don't get short hair in the way that like the length that yours is at right now.
Yeah.
Whenever your hair is like short and you're a short hair girl, there is a specific length.
Yeah.
And I was looking back at photos of me with short hair because I'm watching like the grow out method. So I was like seeing like how short it was when I had first cut it to like, you know, how many months it took to be what length or whatever. And I was thinking like, for me, there is a perfect length. Like there is a length that I'm like, this always looks good.
Yeah.
And then once it gets an inch past that, I hate it.
Yes.
And I think that was my problem with the last time I cut it because I loved it for so long. And then once it got past that point, I just didn't trim it. I just like didn't cut it the way that I got health trims, but short hair. So you don't trim anything. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think looking back, I think if I had gotten a haircut rather than a like health trim the way I normally do whenever I get my hair done, it would have made all the difference in the world. Like cut an inch off rather than cutting off a centimeter or whatever. Like,
yeah. The other times, I mean, in high school, I always had grow it to whatever, chop it. Grow it to whatever, chop it. It was never a maintained short hair. And I think that was the big difference is that this time I've wanted to maintain it. But it was always just I can have short hair and it'll grow back. Yes, but the goal this time wasn't for it to grow back.
Yeah.
And I always just let it, like, I had it when it was short and then it just kept growing and it got to the awkward point and then that was it. I never maintained it enough to, like, let it have its moment. And I don't think I've ever gone short enough. I think I've always done to my shoulders. I needed to go up a little higher. And that's what made all the difference because, I mean, it still looks good, especially if you are cutting off from a long amount of hair. It feels so healthy. It feels just so much more manageable in all those ways. But I never hit the cool girl length. And I'm also just cool now. So obviously it's so much easier than in high school. But the look is just,
I definitely think that's my problem because whenever I cut it last time, I did love it. And then after a few months, I remember thinking like, I didn't regret cutting my hair because I remembered like loving how short it was. But I was like at a point where it was like, it was too long. It was past the perfect length. I don't know. I just was like, I started to hate it. And it was because it was at that weird length.
Yeah.
Not a weird, awkward mid-length.
No.
A
weird
too long, short length.
Yes.
Like, it was the wrong length.
Yes.
And now, looking back, I'm like, why didn't I just get it trimmed? Like, why didn't I just cut it then?
I
Because it's
never
so
had
obvious.
the awareness that I could.
Yes.
For some reason.
Yes.
It was literally like, I
It
have
was like,
to
that's
get
not a real haircut.
a haircut or I have to grow it out.
Yeah.
There was no
Never
getting maintaining the same length until I'm like, I don't know if it was just like Justin. I don't know because he keeps his hair at a certain length.
Yeah.
It grows out and it goes back to where it was.
Yeah.
Like it always is right in that rhythm. For some reason, I did not know you could just maintain a length.
I think that's so weird because I also never like that never crossed my mind. Like, oh, I could just keep it at this length.
Yeah.
No, it was like you have to have short hair and grow it out until you cut it short again.
There was never a thought that was like, oh, do I want to cut it back to this? It was always like, well, it was short a few weeks ago.
Yes. Yeah.
Done. Period. No other thoughts.
And it's so funny because like looking back, whenever Elizabeth would do my hair, she would always ask, "Oh, do you like this length?" And I'd be like, "I guess like it's short. Like I don't know. Like it's the same. I don't know. My awareness looking back, I'm like she definitely was asking if I wanted to cut it back to the length that it had been when we had cut it in whatever month. But I never thought that was an option. It's like, no, I'm just gonna do what everybody else does, grow it till I decide to cut it again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep getting it trimmed, but not cut.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, my next November fave is Tell Me Lies.
Ooh, good.
And that's
Very good,
because
yeah.
we actually, like, we really got into it.
I
It
mean,
took a
it
minute,
worked.
but it
It
worked.
worked. That I got sucked in
I
for sure.
I am locked in
Yes.
now. I'm like, "Okay, snap, snap,
And now I'm
2026?"
devastated. Yeah. They got me invested and left me hanging.
It's so wrong.
Yeah.
So wrong. But no, I feel like we really actually got committed last month. And
We definitely
because
did.
we binge watched it for a few days, so it
Yeah.
was like,
And we got to, like, the good
yeah.
episodes. Like, the beginning just wasn't doing it, so
Yeah.
I
I
understand
don't really
why.
know why people continued to watch it after season 1. The only reason we really, really got into it was because, which the last episode of season 1,
Yeah.
I guess, was good, but like it wasn't good enough for me to watch a show and then years later watch the second
Agree.
season or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be on my toes waiting for season 2. But after season 2, I am definitely on my toes for season 3.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I do think I would not have stuck with it except for the fact that, like, there was so many people saying, like, no, it's
Mhm,
good.
exactly,
It's good.
yeah.
But after the first few episodes, there was just not enough. There
Mhm.
was so much that was, like, just watching people exist, sprinkled with, like, two really big things.
Yeah.
But not, I don't know. The balance was not there. As, like, a
Yeah.
normal show has, like, a really good balance, but that was, like, all or nothing for
I
a while.
agree. I
But
think it was just
got
that they were
invested.
sprinkling so many things in there very slowly,
To
so
loop
that
back
like
around
by the
for.
end it would be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
because you
And I
realize
mean,
so
it
many
worked,
things.
but man,
Yeah,
they're putting a lot of trust in people being patient enough.
for sure. Yeah.
And I would not have been under normal circumstances. So, my next November fave is my blue light glasses, simply because they're so fall. I don't know. I'm like, I'm gonna put on a sweater and not wear them. Like, that's kind of crazy.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. Like, another accessory,
Mm-hmm.
an accessory that I could wear all the time that's not sunglasses, because like sunglasses can't wear all the time.
No.
It's not about protecting my eyes on my
No.
screen at work. No. This is about adding an accessory to my nice fall outfits.
I just can't believe yours don't bother you. Mine, my thick frame ones, like after too long, when they sit right here, they hurt right here.
Oh.
And I think it's mostly this side though, because I think it's hitting on my cartilage piercing. I think that's part of the issue. But I do think if I wear them like all day, they start to bother me.
They don't
I get
bother
a
me in
headache right
that way,
here.
but I have a hard time actually seeing out of them.
Oh,
Like, I'm really committed to the bit.
really?
Like, I feel like they get blurry easily. I think it's my eyelashes. I think my eyelashes hit them.
Huh.
And so they get like I don't know. I don't see super clearly out of them. Not awful, like I can see fine, but obviously my vision's much better without something in between me and the other things. So it's really just for the vibes. So
Okay.
all people that actually have glasses are like, well, then just don't do it. But it's for the vibes. Like, you can't do that in like summer. It wouldn't have the same
No.
effect. But like right now,
You'd be sweaty.
so good. So
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, stealing aesthetic from the blind.
I mean, you know what? Do what you gotta do. I have been seeing everyone with those Miu Miu glasses,
Yeah.
and they're not sunglasses, you know, they're like the like real glasses. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need that shape in not Miu Miu price, please, because
For
I
sure.
am one of the blind, and
Yeah.
I would like a pair of glasses that are a cute, fun shape that are not these, and these are also broken, so whatever. But also, I would like another. I just like to have another thin frame because I already love my thick ones that I have.
Yeah.
And I wear those, and those are my prescription, and they're great. So I want another prescription pair that's thin
But
because
fun.
I wear these because they don't hurt my head or anything, but they're also broken, and they're my crap glasses. So I wear them to work, and that's it.
Yeah.
And what's funny is my coworker was like, "Oh my god, you have crap glasses too," and I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I wear my crap glasses at home and my good glasses at work," and I was
Oh,
like, "Good glasses
no.
are for good outfits.
Yes.
Crap glasses are for work outfits."
Let's logic. Yeah.
Duh.
Duh, obviously.
Like, hello?
Yeah.
So I don't know what she was on about, but
She got it wrong.
she's wrong.
She's very
so
twisted.
obviously doesn't understand. Especially because she's a decorator, so she's like in the messiness of it,
Yeah.
which I guess
Maybe
this
that's
is like
Why?
this is her career, so I guess she
Yeah.
has to be like with her perfect sight because she's
Mhm.
like
Yes,
painting on
maybe
these
that is
cakes.
why,
Like
yeah.
that would make sense, but
It is
not me.
interesting.
I'm
Yeah.
like, girl, you're backwards. All right, my next November favorite is my coffee routine
Ooh,
because I've been drinking the exact same coffee every single time I make coffee because it's been so perfect, and I only make it in
that's
one.
really good.
I only make it in one mug
Okay.
because here's what I do. I take Adam thrifted these glass mugs that are like Olympic mugs. They're
Yeah.
like the Olympics. So I take that Olympic mug and I put it under my little thing. And then I put a
The little thing is an
tablespoon.
espresso.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I
In case
put
anyone has missed our other Nespresso loving
of
episodes.
course, I put a tablespoon of cupcake
Okay.
in my Olympic mug
Mhm.
and a half a tablespoon of white chocolate in my Olympic mug,
Okay.
and I put it in there, and then I run my little espresso. I go, "Psee," and then it goes, "Psst," and then I take a spoon and I stir it, stir it, stir it, and then on the Olympic mug, there's a little like line, and I fill up to that line with oat milk, and then I fill up to the next line with half and half, and then I stir, 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 and then I pour it over ice, and it's perfect.
Ooh. I do understand the having specific cups.
Mhm.
I don't have one specific cup for the coffee of it.
Oh yeah,
The
that's just for the espresso of it. That
Yeah.
mug, once I've made that ratio, that goes over ice into whatever cup I dream of.
Yes. Yeah. But I have to use like the same cup for my mixing
Mhm.
syrups with milks because I just know where it should be.
Mhm.
And it's not even mine doesn't even have a line. I don't have it. It's just I
A
use that
feeling.
one for so
Yeah.
long that I'm like it needs to be right there. And
Yeah.
if I use a different one, a different cup, it could be wider, like
Mhm.
slimmer, and I have no idea where to
Yeah.
fill to.
I agree. I used another mug the other day because those were dirty and I only have 2 of them. And it was similar, but I think my brain couldn't like, you know how it's like
Yes.
this is. So it was like it probably did taste the same, but to me I was like it's just the
A little
like
bit
tad
wrong.
bit off.
Yeah.
And like I know obviously I'm not measuring these measurements exactly precisely the exact same every single day. So
Mhm.
I know it is just a mental thing,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, I just feel like it makes it perfect. So
Yeah.
that's my coffee routine and it's delicious and you should try it.
I should try it. I wish I could say the same that I've been so good at having coffees at home, but I have not. My perfect coffee lately has been not at home, so I have not been good. This is the first coffee I've made at home in a few days. But I guess I've been going like calming down on my coffee to a degree. Like I haven't had a coffee every single day. I did really want one today. I didn't have one earlier, and then I was like, I just really want a coffee. So I still did end up having one, but I haven't been as strict as my like wake up, start with coffee every day for the like I guess since we started running. I don't really there's not really a reason. I just kind of chilled. But my best coffees lately have been Dutch Bros coffees, so I think I want to get new syrups. I think I need a new syrup to like spice things up by making coffee at home, but super exciting that I have because they're all like they're safe. Like I know they'll be fine, but I
Yeah.
kind of want a new coffee to obsess over. I
Yeah.
don't have that because I have the same ingredients. So
Yeah.
I do need to get something new.
I would like new syrups too. I was thinking that I wanted peppermint, but I was like, I don't want a whole thing of peppermint.
I was thinking I wanted peppermint, but had the same thought.
Yeah.
I thought Adam was gonna order some a while ago.
I don't recall.
He asked me which one I wanted, and then that was like kind of a month ago, actually.
I don't remember this. Was I in the room?
I think we might have been at a store. He was like just shopping on his phone and was gonna make an order, and he was like, "Do y'all want to get something?" And so I don't
Did-
even remember what
Did
I was
he
gonna get.
order it?
I don't think so.
Hmm. Gonna have to ask. I don't know.
My next November fave is Kitty. Obviously, once again, he is a favorite. He's perfect, and I love him.
Mhm.
And I do love my dogs very much. They are a favorite all the time. But Kitty's having all his little growing things where he's just like, he's different this month than he was last month. So it's still worth the mention because he's just so good and sweet. And he warm, cuddly baby kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't help but to mention. My zoo of animals is a November favorite.
Yeah.
They've been very sweet and cuddly, all of them, and all good boys.
Yeah. I can't really say the same about my zoo of animals.
Yeah,
yeah.
let's dive into that actually.
So Pookie is a baby. He has a sensitive tummy, and he really only eats the same things all the time. We get him the Purina Pro dog food because it's the best. Durr. And so that's what we use because that's what all the dog people tell us to use. That's what the vet told us to use. That's what everyone tells us to use. It's whatever. So that's what he eats. And he eats healthy and he eats good. And then occasionally he'll get a little lick mat, which is like it's like raw diet frozen dog food, and we just like thaw it and then put it on his mat. And again, he doesn't have an issue with that. He doesn't have an issue with this. He doesn't have an issue with any of the treats we give him or any like the chews we give him. But he does have an issue with
Things out of his normal routine.
things out of his normal routine,
Yeah.
I guess. And I don't know, he never had an issue with the raw food diet ever. So I don't know if it's a normal routine thing or if it's just like bad ingredients that he has an issue with,
Mm.
because he never had an issue with any of Miss Carla's treats at work, she makes dog treats, and he never has an issue with those either. So I'm thinking it has to just be like whatever's in the like crappy cheap food. Like I don't know, and not necessarily crappy or cheap, but like I don't know what if the ingredients are like I don't know what the ingredients are. Whatever. Adam had gotten him a different brand of dog food to keep at his parents' house to like feed him whenever he was there. And I don't know if he's been eating that when he's at his parents' house or if he's been eating their dog's food. Either way, he's been eating something that's not his, whatever.
Yeah.
He's been eating a food that is not what he's used to and not what his tummy is used to. And anytime he eats over there, he comes home and he has diarrhea everywhere. Not outside, everywhere.
Everywhere
So,
other
everywhere,
than the grass.
everywhere except for the green grass. And it's not like he lets us know. He doesn't go to the door and
Man.
cry. He doesn't bark. He doesn't do anything. He just decides to get up and go. And like, I get it. It's an emergency. But there's no way your tummy's not feeling some sort of thing. Like, there's no way you
He
can't
said,
let us know.
and I'm out.
Yes. It's just well, this sucks. Squat. Yeah.
He said, I gotta go. Boop.
Yeah, the one of the previous times he came home from Adam's parents' house, I woke up to him doing it in the floor, and Adam's like, just go back to bed, go back to bed. So I go back to bed, and I wake up, and there was more. And also, Adam hadn't cleaned it. He just wiped it up. So like, it's still, sure, there's not poop on the floor, but there was like
Yeah.
smears of.
Well, that's really actually interesting because I had come over and I guess we were all going to do something. And I was standing like at the door and Adam was like, "Did you clean this up?" And he was asking if you like cleaned it,
Yeah.
which obviously any normal person would do. And so it's kind of funny that he was asking you that when he only would just wipe it.
It's interesting.
Sorry.
No,
Continue.
No, I woke up because I thought whenever he said he would get it and go back to bed that's what
Yes.
that meant. And if he had told me that he wasn't going to be getting it,
Agree.
I would have gotten up.
For sure.
Anyway, I woke up and there was more. It was the point.
Yeah.
And I guess this goes back further than that because the time before that time, it was I woke up in the morning and I stepped in it. I still haven't cleaned that slipper. It's on my porch. It's been on my porch for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
Because I'm scared. Because now, if I had cleaned it at the time, which I couldn't have because I had work, but if I had, it would have been easy. But now it's in the crevices and it's old, so it's like
Wait, what slipper is it?
one of my UGG slippers. I don't exactly. I'm like, how do I even clean that? Because I can't get it wet. Anyway, so it's on my porch, but
Score.
that's an issue for a later time. Anyway, so I guess 3 weeks ago, I had woken up, I stepped in it, I had work. I'm so angry, and I cleaned it up. Whatever, I go to work. Then a week later, it happens in the middle of the night. Adam does his cleanup, and then
Wipe.
yeah, and then I wake up, and I'm like, well, that's not clean, but there was more, and so I had to clean up more, and then I had to clean up. I Swiffered everything, whatever, and I was like, I'll do like an actual mop later, and I didn't end up doing that. I just keep Swiffering because I'm like, I'm lazy and it's quick, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, well, I did use like actual like cleaner and hand
Mhm.
do it, and then Swiffered over.
Yeah,
it, so.
yeah.
Anyway, rest assured, people.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, he spent the night at Adam's parents' house, and I don't know why we've gotten to the point where we haven't just packed him food, but I think it's because sometimes when he stays over there, we're not like planning on him staying over there. It's just like
Yeah.
it happens or whatever,
Yeah.
or it's like he's just there late. Like he doesn't spend the night, but like they feed him. They go ahead and feed him because they feed her, and like they just want it to be done, whatever, or they want him to eat. We can't let that happen again because we picked him up and he decided to go all over the backseat of the Bronco. So that was really good, but that's not where it ends. So all over. Anyway, we pull off. I'm like, we need to pull off right now. We're going to a gas station. We need to like at least get it out of the car because I'm
Mhm.
gonna throw up.
Yeah.
So wipe it up, whatever. Go to my mom's house because she was like, she lives right over where that gas station was, and go over there and we like use like soap and water and like I don't know, like a Tide sanitizing spray or whatever, like a whatever. So we cleaned it, sanitized it, whatever, and then we decide he should be fine since he just let out all of that. And so we're like, we're going to make a stop on the way home at this store. He starts going in the store. And one, we don't bring him to stores very often. So like it made me so upset because now it seems like we're those people who take their dog places everywhere with them and then let them use the bathroom places and be like, oops, sorry. That's not who we are. I want that to be known. I am not that person. One, we don't take him anywhere anymore. Like we take him out and we leave, like we take him places where he can go, but like I don't take him in stores because he's not good in stores. When he was a puppy, he was really good in stores, but now so I don't take him in stores because it's embarrassing. So we took him in because we didn't want to leave him in the car and we were making a stop on the way home, whatever. So he goes in the store and then the lady already didn't really like him that much anyway. She was like, oh, he's so cute. for a pug. I said, for a pug? And she was like, well, my fiance really wants a pug. And I'm like, no, ew, they're ugly. Awesome. Anyway, that's before the poop. But then he pooped. And I was like, well, that's what you get.
Wait, what store was it?
City Trends.
Oh.
Girl. And then anyway, she was mad at me after that. Like I could tell she didn't say anything, but I could see her energy shifted. She was mad because she works there and my dog pooped on their carpet. It's all carpeted in there. And I get that, but we were so quick to be like, we'll clean it up, whatever. They don't have anything to clean things up, which is carpeted store, but whatever. I didn't expect much but we like wiped it up, and then I was like, do you have anything that I can wet this paper towel with? Because like it's like I just want to make sure I can try to like get the mark off, I guess, because like we'd picked up the actual poop. But I was like, whatever. And she was like, yeah, sure. And she hands me, like the Method like, multi-surface cleaner. Whatever. She hands me that. I'm like, okay. I tried my best, and it's paper towels, so they're like falling apart. We did our best. She was really angry at us, but I was mostly angry because of the situation, because I was like, now we look like those people. One, he never goes to the bathroom. Even when we did like take him places, he doesn't go to the bathroom anywhere. Like he's not bad at all. Like he's 100% potty trained. He does not go to the bathroom anywhere. So it was just like, of course we take him to a store and he poops in the floor. Yeah.
Different zoos.
Yeah. My cat is still perfect. He still does nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Speaking of, he smelled so good today because he did not sleep on the dirty old chair.
Amazing.
He slept on the
aired
couch.
Out. So good.
Aired out. He slept on the couch, and I love the smell of warm kitty. Mm-hmm. And whenever I got home, I was like, you smell so good. You don't smell like old chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh my God. That wasn't
That was mine.
Okay, well, I'll try to make this next one quick. My next November fave is my purse. I just love it. I have just been carrying it all the time. It's
so
slouchy.
Good and sturdy. It's sturdy but slouchy.
Good, I love it.
Medium size,
Good honestly. Color for the fall.
Perfect color.
Nothing I've got is like it.
Fun buckles.
It's
got so much to offer, really.
Everyone at work has been complimenting it, but then someone at work told me that it gave Hannah Montana.
Huh.
They didn't say it. They said it wasn't a bad thing, but
weird take.
Yeah. Anyway, they said it was buckles. All right.
In silent.
Yeah. So my purse is one of my November faves. I just like it. I'm just happy about it. I feel better having a cute purse on my arm than having like.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Makes even the lazy outfits look good.
Mm-hmm. My next November fave would be getting back in the rhythm of cooking at home.
Mm.
It does feel a lot better to be able to like put together meals. Not that we're still doing it all the time, but there was definitely a time where we were not being good about regularly cooking at home, or even if we were like, oh, okay, we should cook tonight. We go grab something specific, not like have groceries, have a couple meals to choose from, getting to put together a meal. And we're also they're just more meals than a boxed item. I don't know. Even when we were trying to I don't even know where we got so off. I think we were just both so busy, or he would be out of town, or it was this, or he was following a certain diet and I wasn't. We just weren't doing very good eating or cooking at home or grocery shopping or anything. And I do feel better having being better about cooking at home and kind of just having ingredients on hand.
I would agree. It's been really nice just having ingredients because you can do anything. Really.
Yeah.
Even whenever I'm like, oh, I don't have this or whatever, I'm like, oh, I'll just make this because whatever.
It is nice.
Yes, it is nice, and I do feel better about eating at home. And we honestly haven't. I mean, cook out, but we haven't been that bad about it. Honestly, we've been pretty much just eating at home and doing everything at home, really, because we've been getting coffee at home too. Like we've been good about it, so I'm not mad.
That is good. My sub note for that would be specifically cooking steak. That would be my note because I have really liked that. I made another steak yesterday. For some people, it might have been a little garlicky because I did like the butter garlic base. It was so good.
Never too much garlic.
It was so good. I'm like
enthusiast.
Yes, I thought it was delicious, and I definitely feel like I have unlocked a new superpower. Like being able, I have my safe, this will make a good steak. And not that it's a lot, it's just the timing of everything. It's not ingredients or anything. There's very little work in it in that way, but the specific amount of time and just the routine of it, so good. And I wish that I could make steak at home more often. And I will say some of that probably is, Stephanie on TikTok. Her name's not even Stephanie. I don't remember. Katie. Katie, but her username's Stephanie. She's Steak Girl. There's Steak Girl drama. So there's this girl, and her username's Stephanie because she didn't want her friends to find her or something, but her real name's Katie. And then there was this other girl, and this other girl got inspired by Katie's steak videos and started making steak too. She made a
Hmm.
steak, and people liked it and asked, like, make more steak. And so she started doing it more. And Katie blocked her because she was like, took her thing.
I mean, to be fair, that is a niche thing, and if
Not
that's your
anymore, actually.
but if that's your whole account, and then this girl started doing it because she saw you do it, and then realizes she's getting
she
fame from it and
she-
continues to do it, then you did take her thing. It'd be one thing if you never knew who she was
yeah.
and you started making videos and then continued making because you were doing well, but you saw her doing well and made a stake, and
She-
then
I think she did it well in the sense of like, it was basically the first video was like, blah, 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 inspired me. I really liked the way she made the steak. Like, let's try her routine,
Mhm.
whatever. And then people liked that content. Like, the followers she already had, I guess, liked that content and she kept going with it.
so she already had a following before she started doing the
To a
steak
degree,
thing.
yes, I think
Oh,
so.
okay, well,
the
then
way
that's
I think,
different.
yeah, the way that it was perceived was like people were, I guess, the people interacting with that video were like encouraging her. But
Okay, yeah.
steak talk. This was the little
Steak
bit of
talk.
steak talk. I just kept seeing people making steaks, and I saw like people making them and making them bad, and then I saw people making them and making them good, like actual people that make cook with me videos.
Mhm.
And I felt so inspired, and I do wish I could make steak way more. I really feel like, I don't know, it's filling my cup. The being able to make a safe, good steak at home, I'm really loving.
I went through a phase where I made the same steak routine for a while, and I was like, I want steak all the time. And that
Mhm.
was years ago, but I think it's because my dad's friend showed him like a different way to make it, and so he made it for us one time. So I said, "Sure, I can do that
Yeah.
because you don't need a grill."
Mm-hmm.
And it was like he used a cast iron skillet and did rosemary and garlic and butter,
Mhm.
and like was like constantly like
yes.
spooning it on there, so it was like staying really tender and moist
Juicy,
and whatever and good.
yes.
And it was so good. And then
Yeah.
I made it at home and it was so good. And then that's usually what I do whenever I make steak at home because I'm like, I just know it works.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. It's not a small thing, but I mean, it is a small thing, but I do feel very accomplished by
Mhm.
it. But
On the topic of cooking, this isn't really cooking, I guess, but my breakfast is another one that's been my favorite because I can't get out of the routine that I'm in with these flavors being combined.
okay.
It's like something about it, I'm hyper fixating on it, and I've just been doing the same stuff all the time. Like even if I don't have the right ingredients, I'll just make that in a different form. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing what started was my English muffins, and I was doing avocado toast on my English muffins. So it was avocado and then my seasonings that I put on my avocado toast, and then I do an egg on top. It would either be it can be any form of egg, to be honest. I can do like hard boiled, which I'll like air fry it to hard boil it and I'll just cut it up and put it on both pieces, or I'll do scrambled and divvy it up between both pieces, or I'll do like a fried egg and put it like in half on both pieces. Either way, egg of any form on my thing. And it can't have runny yolk. No runny yolk because I don't want messes. So, either way, I will do an egg of some kind in some form on top of my avocado. And then I'll put salt and pepper on the egg. And then I'll do pickled red onion and feta cheese and the chili oil from
Mhm.
Trader Joe's or whatever. And I just do that. And if I don't want to do chili oil, I'll do the oil from sun-dried tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I don't do my little English muffin toast or whatever, whenever I run out of my English muffins, I do that. I did it in like breakfast taco form the other day. So good. So filling. So yummy. And then I've also done just like no base, like no bread. So I'll just do eggs and
Okay.
like sliced avocado and like all the stuff. So good. It's just the flavors are so good. And it's not everybody's thing, but it's definitely not Adam's thing. Because made it for him a few times and he's like, eh. I'm like, you're crazy.
You're like,
To
this is
me-
lighting a fire
To
for me. Yeah.
these flavors all together is just perfect. And I feel like it's one of those things where there's certain people I see on TikTok and they'll be like, this is my hyperfixation meal. And I'll be like, that just doesn't that doesn't seem like it would really do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see why you appreciate those things. And I'm glad that those flavors mix so well to you.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I know it wouldn't be everybody's favorite. But right now in this moment, it is doing
You're
everything
loving
it
it.
needs to do for me. I've been looking forward to breakfast so much because of this. Like,
That is good.
it's so
I can make a note about breakfast. Almost never can. I have been very much liking breakfast meats this month, and that being turkey bacon and sausage links, specifically the sausage links. We got 2 packs and ate them all in like a week and a half. And not that that's a big breakfast in any way, but I have woke up wanting something that does fit in the
Wow.
breakfast category.
Mhm.
And so that has been very good. But I really love, I don't know what brand I think they're literally just the Kroger brand from Kroger. And they are so good every time. Little crispy, but they're still so delicious. That's my only note.
I want to add to that before we move on from it, and that is another thing that I love about my breakfast situation is that I love to reuse like as far as breakfast meats are concerned. I love to reuse whatever leftover meats I have from dinner into my breakfast because then I don't have to make like a breakfast protein specifically. Like it can just be like breakfast with said protein.
Mm-hmm.
And I made like kielbasa stir fry situation and I had leftover kielbasa and I was eating it for like breakfast and lunch at work and whatever. And I put the kielbasa in my egg avocado situation. So good. And spam.
Love spam.
I had spam and it was made with like that sauce that I make when I
Yeah.
make masubis.
Mm-hmm.
And so I added that to my egg situation the other day too. And I'm just like just love being able to use all the things in my fridge, use all my leftovers,
That is very
and
nice.
just use them for different meals. Like this was from dinner, but I can use it for breakfast and lunch, and it's just great.
That is good. This will be a quick one, but kind of in the same food-y-ish area. Specifically the grape water drops from Kroger. I did a lot better drinking my water since I got the little water flavoring, and I always do. This is nothing new, but I hadn't got them for a while, and I was not doing good about drinking my water. But I love grape water, purple water, yum. And the ones from Kroger they're not the energy one, the vitamin ones. So yum, delicious. I don't know, just really helps me drink my water.
Good. My next one is earrings.
Ooh, so good, so
And
proud.
that is because I had a little mishap with my ears. Um, they don't like piercings in general. My skin doesn't like piercings in general. The only piercing that has never caused me harm is this one right here. It's perfect and amazing. It's like the golden child. Um, as far as my ears are concerned, everything goes wrong. This one hasn't healed. It's been like 3 years. But that's my fault. I never downsized the post. We're not going to talk about it right now. This one also hasn't healed, but that's just because it's just a problem and I like spin it around a lot, so like it just gets infected sometimes.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get infected, it just like doesn't heal. Like it never it's like you keep picking a scab, like it
Yeah.
or like you keep popping a pimple, whatever.
Yeah.
It never fully
Goes away. Yeah.
But it's pretty good. It doesn't really bother me. I don't really do anything to it. It's just like sometimes sensitive because it is in my freaking ear.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, these piercings are problems. I wasn't wearing earrings in there for a long time, and not a long time really. It was like 2 months because I was wearing some on my
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was a long time, I guess. And I used to wear earrings a lot, and then I stopped. Now I just basically wear this set for now, just because like I want to keep an earring in my ear, and I don't have many earrings.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been wearing these a lot, but
For the consistency
Yes.
and get it used to it.
I've just been feeling so happy to have earrings in again because I just feel like it elevates a look so much. Like if I'm just wearing like sweatpants and if I'm just accessorizing,
it makes such
it
a
makes
difference.
such a difference.
Like I live and breathe my accessories,
Yeah.
especially these days. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I was always more of an earring girl, but I mean once I started being like my bracelets, those everything, like I just
Yeah.
love to accessorize. Like
For
if my
sure.
jewelry's not on, I do feel uglier.
Oh, for
Like-
sure. Sometimes I'm literally like my ugliest version of myself. Like sometimes on my days off, when I'm running at home, haven't brushed my hair, haven't brushed my teeth, haven't done anything. Sometimes when I'm just at home and I'm ugly, I'm like, where's my engagement ring? Like I just
I
need
need something.
Just need something to make me feel like a little bit better.
Yes, like if
So-
I do feel my worst, usually my cure for feeling my worst would be a shower. Fresh start.
Yeah.
But if I can't shower for whatever reason and it's just like, or even if I'm like not, if I know like I am clean, this is
Mhm.
in my head,
Yes.
then if I throw on all my jewelry and like even just try to like just slick my hair back, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's just like I need to accessorize.
Mhm.
That will help my funk, I guess.
Mhm. I agree. Honestly, sometimes I get really bad about like on my days off. I'm like, I just don't move and I just like am like crocheting and like knitting and whatever,
Yeah.
not paying attention. I'm like, if I put on a cute outfit right now, it can be comfy, but if I put on a cute and comfy outfit and some jewelry, I will feel 10 times better.
Yes, I agree. I feel like I've been much better about that in the last like few months. Honestly, just since we've been here. But I felt like I rotted a lot, like when we were living in Chapel Hill,
Mhm.
where it's like I'm not gonna see anyone. And I'm like, mindset?
Yeah.
Help my mindset? Like,
Yeah.
just feel cuter, like,
I
not
know.
feel like I just
It
wasting
is
away.
it is just so hard for me. Like, I know, put on an outfit
Yeah.
and you'll feel better, and I still sometimes cannot do it. Like,
That's fair. Yeah.
I think
There are some
yeah,
days that it is harder. I'm like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter, but some ways it just. My next November favorite is Christmas shopping.
Okay.
Having so much fun Christmas shopping. I am really excited for Christmas. I love Christmas and always really have. And I'm really excited to wrap presents. And I haven't even done that much. I mean, I guess for how far along we are, I probably have done pretty well. But I am just having fun thinking about things for people. And I love picking stuff out for stockings. In some ways, it's like a little more tedious because it's more than one thing. But it also is just fun to just go and pick out little things and trinkets. And yeah, just Christmas shopping, wrapping presents. And
I agree. I've been really, really holding off for Black Friday deals
yes.
because I know the majority of things I need to buy for people are things that will go on sale.
Even if
And
it's not as
even
big of a
I was
sale as
gonna
it used
say,
to be, it still might be helpful.
there are things that like I know won't make a huge difference, but like things that I know that are already on sale right now that I could buy, but I know there will be a coupon code or I know there will
Yes.
be like a whatever off your cart or free shipping or
Mhm.
whatever. Like I know that there will be something,
Agree.
and even if that saves me a little bit, I've been bad in the past about like I'm so scared it won't be there that I buy everything early, and I hate not having everything bought before December 1st. To be honest with you, I am an anxious person. I want everything bought and in my home by December 1st or December 10th, whatever. I
Yeah.
want it safe.
Early, yeah, for sure.
And can't do that when you shop Black Friday. So
Mhm.
I'm trying really hard though because like I know that none of the things that I'm gonna buy are gonna be things that wouldn't make it here on time.
Yes,
So
yeah.
it's not like things that
It's
are
not
like out of
as
stock or
concerning.
whatever. Like
Mhm.
it's just things.
Yeah.
But I know that they're gonna have deals. All of the things that I need to buy will have deals. And that is why I haven't bought any of it.
I agree. I feel like because I've been very excited for Christmas shopping, even the little bit that I've like just stumbled on mostly, like I'll just be somewhere and be like, "Oh, this would be good for a stocking or this would be good as a gift." I haven't even really gone out with a list because as much as I want to go shopping in person so bad, I am holding out because I want to shop online for
Mhm.
Black Friday because I just know it will be easy. Like, I, to a degree, the idea of Black Friday, lovely.
Mhm.
Execution of Black Friday, not lovely. I think that the thought of actually going out and shopping
It's so
will
bad.
be terrible. Even like just a few weeks ago when we tried to go out to the Tanger out in Gatlinburg, you can tell it's getting close to Christmas. Like the behavior around shopping
Yes.
centers, even not on Black Friday, is getting out, like it's getting insane.
Yeah.
And so I just know it would be really awful. And like you said, the stackable codes for your cart, like if it's 25% off your
Mhm.
purchase, that will be helpful to everything. And I get to do it from the comfort at home. So as much as I enjoy the idea of going out and
I might
going
need your help
shopping,
with it. I'm not as good at doing the deals as you are online.
I love the idea of going out and getting everything and having all the bags and coming home and wrapping it, but I've been very patient to try to order
Ooh,
everything
it's
and
so
get
hard.
the best deals. But it's Black Friday week, so
Yeah.
we've
I
almost
know.
waited our
That's why I'm like,
longest.
I mean, I can wait because obviously,
Yeah,
and I'll be
already
busy
waited.
this week anyway.
Mhm.
But I can't even think. Yesterday when we were at Opry Mills, I was like, I can never like one. I guess it is that time of the year, so I need to understand that. But I don't go there for a specific reason. It is the worst mall to shop at.
I agree. I was like, Aubrey Mills.
He wanted to go and we never go. And like honestly, I don't mind going to the stores that are there because we don't go to those stores a lot. It's just that I hate
I
shopping there.
hate
The
Aubrey
shopping
Mills.
experience is
Like
miserable.
I
If
am
you
like
did,
heart pump out of my chest anxious while
and
I'm
it's not
there.
like,
It's not
it's not
worth
like
it
we, and even if you go there,
to me.
one, there's so many children at all times. And I'm not trying to
And
be a hater, but I can't do it because the mall I typically go to, there are not children.
mhm.
There are not children at those stores.
And no one gets the aisles because people are everywhere all the
People don't
time.
understand.
The
You stay on
walking,
the right. You stay on
yes.
the right. If it's like driving.
Like Aubrey Mills is awful to shop at. The last 2 times I went,
And if you're
yeah, I think that I went with you for your birthday and one other time, and those were the last 2 times I went. And they were both not like your birthday was fine, but the experience of actually being there
Mhm.
was awful. Like
Yeah.
the people and the chaos and the kids
Yes,
and
it's
like
so bad.
there's also not a store there to make it worth it for me. It's not like there's no free people except there. If then maybe then I'm like I'm going for free
Yeah.
people. But no, that's not what's happening. I'm just like I don't know. It makes me want to scream and like rip my skin off actually. I hate
Yeah.
Opry Mills.
I hated it. It was one, like I said, one, the children, awful.
Mhm.
Two, it's a freaking loop. So if you're
Yes.
stuck behind a slow person,
Oh
you
my gosh, the
are
loop really is
stuck.
a very awful part.
And the loop is the worst part.
Yeah.
Because if you decide, if at any other normal place, I can say, let's stop in here. And then if you like something, I'll be like, we can just come back for it.
yeah.
Once I finish that freaking loop, there's no way. There's no shot that I'm going back. I'm not doing that. Like, it's just not happening.
I also just don't because I don't like it. I don't know where everything is. And so I don't know the like let's say mile markers of stores. So then I'm like, okay, let's say I do have a few hits. So these are the 4 stores I want to go to. I don't know how close we are. I'm just in this circle of misery. I don't
Mhm.
know where I'm like gonna see the
know.
next store I want.
And I wanted to go to the Abercrombie outlet because they do have good deals.
Yeah, they
and
do.
I was like, maybe there'll be more deals because people are
Mhm.
extending Black Friday deals, whatever. I guess we passed it at some point and I didn't see it. And by the end of the loop, I was like, did we pass this? And he was like, yeah, I guess so. And I was like, okay, great. Awesome.
Perfect.
There was only like 3 stores I wanted to go there for. One store didn't have what I was looking for. The second store we passed evidently. And then the third store was like, it was just the deals weren't good enough for me to buy anything. So I was like, this was awesome.
So perfect.
I'm really glad we did this. It was so fun.
I had a wonderful day.
And you know what? There were definitely fun. It wasn't all bad. There were definitely parts that were fun. It wasn't like awful. I was just like, this has instilled in me I don't want to come back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's definitely where
this definitely didn't make me feel. And to be fair, Adam gave me the option.
Yeah.
He said, if you want, we can go to Green Hills. And I said, you know what? You're right. Because he wanted to go to Opry. And I said, you know what? You're right.
And you never go.
We never
so I
go.
Get it, yeah.
It's this time of year. Like, let's just go. I will not make that mistake again.
No.
Because my pros and cons there were more pros
Yeah.
for Green Hills
Yeah.
for me. But I was like, especially because I was like, okay, well, if the mall at Green Hills is a bust, there's Brandy.
Yes.
And
that's almost always safe.
at Opry Mills, it was like all of the stores we were going to were either going to be hit or miss. And they were
Yeah.
all miss.
That's
So,
really bad.
it was lovely.
So perfect.
I loved it.
So dreamy.
My next favorite and last favorite
Ooh, okay.
is running. And you know why? It is not.
Leading to the close.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just that, and I don't really enjoy it that much while we're doing it, but sometimes I do. And I find myself wanting to run sometimes. And the weather yesterday was so nice. And I guess it was cold, but like me and Adam were walking Pookie, and I was like breathing in, and it was reminding me of our runs because we're always running when it's cold.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? I do miss that little because I get into a rhythm
Yeah.
halfway through our run where I'm like, you know what? I'm just in a rhythm. I just miss it.
I do like how I feel after.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel so productive after. I do appreciate parts of it, but I always get tricked. Like, after the walk, before every run, I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna warm
Yeah.
up now. And then I'm like, this is terrible. Because I looked at our next one is 4 minutes running.
4 minutes?
Yes, that's what made me not excited. Because, like, in a way, after we do the first run and we walk, when we start on the next run, I do feel good. But I just can't do it for 4 minutes.
On Thursday, we're running for 5 minutes.
I don't know. Because it was just one, if we caught up with this week's, then in my head I was like, I was okay with leaving that one for extenuating circumstances. I was like, I'm okay with missing the one as long as we like stay on track.
Okay.
Just because I didn't want to push them all
I agree.
for like the next 6 weeks or whatever.
And
but
the last
we
one
can.
was the easiest, and it would have
Yeah.
been easier than our previous ones that week. So realistically, it's not like
We missed the hardest one.
yeah. So tomorrow will be very hard.
But
What time are we running? Don't matter. You at home?
I'm at home.
8. But I was gonna say I don't know what it was about the chill in the air yesterday, and I was like, I kind of want to run right now.
No, I get that. Because after our first couple, I was like, I
Yeah.
kind of want to go for a run.
Yeah.
Not that I would have done good, but in my head I was like, I can
Yeah.
go for a run.
Yeah.
Running and walking is on my list. Actually, running, walking, and Pilates are all on my
Yes!
list.
Oh, I'm so excited for our
Yes. Yeah, I give myself grace.
Yes, no, I
So
100%. And
we
that's why
definitely we had
yeah, Adam
4 days off or 5 days
we
off,
needed it.
but those 5 days off were necessary.
And the last run wasn't even like and that was rough too cuz you know,
Yeah.
it's just been rough.
Yeah.
But Adam cuz he said something about it and he was like, "Well, are you guys not running anymore?" And I was like, "No, we only missed 2." And then he said something. He was like, well, "Why didn't you blah blah blah?" And I was like, "Well, I wasn't going to bother her."
Yeah. So I give myself grace for
Yeah.
the ones we did miss, but I do appreciate our run day and then our walk or Pilates or both, whatever. And I do want to do that because I got excited last week. I was like, I'm gonna do my little 10-minute Pilates, my 10-minute
We could still walk in Pilates
upper
tonight if
whatever.
you wanted, and you could teach me your little upper one
Yeah.
if you wanted to do that. It's only 10 minutes.
It
I
is.
mean,
It's only 10 minutes. And I'm like, I want to do that because I do want to see the results.
Yeah.
So I was very excited about it last week and then got a little burnt out. But I'm excited to get back on it. So they are on my list. Not that I love running, but in the sense of the routine. And I do hope that I will love it and I do appreciate it. Those 3, walk, run, and Pilates, were all on my list. But I have quite a few that we can speed run that are left. My next one is the originals. Not even that, I mean, I'm just tricked. I'm just tricked in the show in the sense of like, I'm really bad about rewatching shows. And this is all things I've never seen. And so I am hooked. And I mean, not that the plot is perfect right now, but I like the characters and I mean, I am hooked. So that was a quick one, is that I've been watching a lot of the originals right now. Not sure what I'll watch next. Need to decide. My next November fave is Joey Grossadate. My honorable mention.
mhm.
Such a fave.
Love that guy.
Love that guy. Been really taking in some Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Really heavily on Dancing with the Stars TikTok lately. I mean, they're all over for me. I keep interacting with
Yeah.
everyone, so it's
Yeah.
everywhere. But I really just love him, and he's doing so good on Dancing with the Stars, and he's just perfect. So
And now that we're on the subject, Kelsey Anderson.
yes,
'Cause I just
honestly,
love
yeah.
her. My love for her has grown so much.
I really evolved.
I just really love her.
Yeah,
So.
she's so cool.
Yep.
Obsessed. Next is spending time with family. Kind of more in only like the last few days, weekish, but obviously with Thanksgiving, spend some time with my parents and just been doing that a lot and really appreciating that time. And
And you're going to
my
be doing
little-
so much more of that within the next couple months.
yes,
just because holidays.
yeah, our little trio and our quarter since Justin's joined. Just our little family. And yeah, that's been good. Spending time with family. My last one, my only fashion one apparently. Scarves. Very much into scarves. And like I can wear a smaller, not as cozy top if it means that I can wear a scarf.
Yes.
Like
I've been thinking
it's not
that.
that cold, but I'm wearing not something like super heavy on the top, so then I can wear a scarf. It's just perfect.
Yeah.
I am loving. I have 2. I want more, and I have a red one that's perfect and amazing and wonderful, and all that a scarf should ever be. And the other one is a good neutral one, so I have both to balance out, like neutral outfit, red scarf, or neutral
Fun,
scarf go with
yeah.
anything, honestly, because today I did a neutral outfit with my neutral scarf, but just loving scarves. It's just such a fun accessory, and honestly soaking up all winter accessories right now.
I
honestly,
agree,
yeah.
especially because it's not freezing, so it's like
Yes.
you can
I can do
wear
it cute.
a regular top, like a not
Like a
crazy,
long sleeve,
yeah, like
yeah.
a long sleeve with a scarf, and it keeps you just as cozy and warm, and all the ways that you need.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when you wear a sweater and a scarf, when it's not quite cold
Yes,
enough,
for
you're
sure.
burning up,
Yes,
and then
yeah.
you're overstimulated and upset. So
And then it gets too cold and you can't even see your scarf because
Yeah.
you have to wear a jacket with it. So right
I've-
now is perfect time to show off my scarf.
I've been loving it, but I only have my one scarf,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 2 scarves that I want. I'm trying to wait because Christmas is coming. And I also want to make scarves, but I have so
I
many other
agree.
things. So
I really want to make myself one too. Got it?
that's it.
Okay. That was my last November fave. So we're all wrapped up.
On that note, I'm really excited for all of the episodes to come in December
Yes.
and January. Honestly, the next couple months are going to be really exciting.
They are going to be fun. I'm looking forward to all our episodes too.
Love ya.
ya.
Bye.
Tune in to the 14 Steps Away podcast every Monday for a new episode.
Don't forget to like, comment, follow, rate, review, and share.
Watch every week on Spotify or YouTube.
And listen on Apple Podcast or Spotify.